I want to share with you a trick, all right? Something that I have used consistently in my life. And, sometimes I failed at using this and it's really hurt me, but I want to talk about focus, okay? I want to talk about achieving a goal in your brain that you're working towards and how what you focus on will actually help you achieve that goal, all right? And I'm going to use my personal fitness journey this year as an example for that. But this can also be used in business. It can be used in relationships. It can be used a lot of different ways. But I'm going to talk in terms of my personal weight loss fitness journey, okay? I didn't just lose weight. I gained muscle. But here's the deal, guys. What you focus on and what you think about during the day is going to become your life, all right? It's not just about the quote-unquote law of attraction. It's not just about the metaphysical, the quantum physical aspects of what you think about becomes reality, but what it is more about is how your brain responds to the language that you are actually using internally. For example, when you go on a diet program or you go on a fitness program and you think about all the things that you have to give up to get where you want to go, your brain does not focus on the end result. It doesn't focus on the awesome physique that you're going to have. It doesn't focus on how fun it is to go in the dressing room and buy clothes that fit. It doesn't focus on how good you're going to feel. It doesn't focus on the energy that you're going to have. Okay, it doesn't focus on that. But you know what it does focus on? It focuses on the pizza I got to give up. It focuses on the French fries I got to give up. It focuses on the TV time I got to give up because I'm at the gym. You've got to speak to yourself in the terms of your focus, all right? You've got to use language internally that helps you move forward, okay? When you go along in the beginning of your journey, whatever that journey may be, you are going to naturally focus on the things that you have to give up. And you have to recognize that. And then you have to actually consciously switch your focus to the things you're going to gain. When you're focused on those things and your focus is so intense and so strong and your visualization is so in tune with those things, you don't want to fucking fuck that up. You don't want a cheat meal. You don't want pizza. You don't want McDonald's. You don't want to go out with your friends and drink beer. That's not what you want, because what you want is what you're focusing on, and your actions will naturally flow behind that focus and follow that focus up when you focus on the right things. Your actions will always follow your focus. It's just the way it is, okay? When you focus on what you have to give up, your mind is going to be obsessed with those things. And it's not going to be obsessed with those things like, I don't want those things. It's going to be obsessed with those things to the point where it breaks you. You fall off your program, you lose your momentum, you lose your confidence that comes with that momentum, and you're starting from zero. Okay? You've got to let these things work for you. You've got to let them take hold of you and push you through. Your actions will always follow your focus. All right? And this goes for business too. You know, when you're starting a business and let's say you're working a job and you have to work at night, and you start thinking about, man, I got to give up all my free time with my kids. I've got to give up all my free time with my buddies. You know, I've got to give up this and this and this. Dude, that business is not going to work because you are obsessed with what you're having to give up. Instead, what you should be focusing on all the time and reminding of yourself on all the time is what you are doing this for, why you are doing this. Okay? You've got to focus on the result. You've got to focus on the end goal. You've got to stay focused on what it is you are gaining, not what you are giving up. Remember, your actions will always follow your focus. Okay? This doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's training for the fucking Tour de France. It doesn't matter if it's weight loss. It doesn't matter if it's building a business. It doesn't matter if it's interpersonal relationships. If you're always focused on the negatives of your wife or your husband and all the little things that are bad, you're gonna fucking hate that person. It's just the way our brains work. So guys, you have to understand the power of focus, all right? I read a long time ago, one of my first books I ever read was by Tony Robbins. And in the book, he uses the example of driving a race car. And I like this example because I think it proves exactly the point. Your car, when you're driving a race car, will go where you look, okay? So when you start to slide out and you start to look and you're sliding towards the wall, they teach you to look at the road, not at the wall, because your actions will always follow the way that you need to move to get the car back into the road, all right? It's just a natural reaction. It's the same thing. If you look at the wall when you're sliding, you're gonna fucking slide into the wall. You cannot avoid it because you're gonna actually steer the car into the fucking road. That's a prime, real example. It's not a metaphor, it's actually a literal, real example that your actions follow your focus, okay? You have to be disciplined in practicing this skill because that's what it is. It's a skill. There's people that do, and there's people that fucking don't. And that's really what it comes down to. And you want to be one of these people who does. And that's what we're going to talk about with controlling your focus by being disciplined about your energy. Now, when you hear people say negative things and you care about those people, and sometimes even when you don't care about them, it hurts, it frustrates you, it angers you. And a lot of people, when this happens, they get distracted, they get off track, they get drug away over into the abyss and start circulating all these things in their head, these stories in their head about why would this person say that? Or they don't know who I am, or a million other things that we tell ourselves. And here's the thing, guys, none of that shit matters. It just doesn't. What matters is what you do. And so one of the biggest things to becoming a successful entrepreneur, successful business person, a successful leader, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, successful athlete, is being able to control what you do after people criticize you or say things that distract you. All right? Now, I used to get really mad and get real angry and have to try to explain myself. And that took energy. It took time away from the effective things that I do. All right? And what did that cause? That caused my life to get fucked up. That caused my business to not grow as fast. That caused me to have extra stress that I wouldn't actually have. And I can tell you, every single one of these motherfuckers that talk shit, it never materialized into any real thing in real life. It's a little mini crisis for 12 hours or 24 hours or fucking 2 days. Guys, the biggest news stories in the world are gone in 2 days. So what makes you think that you're gonna be any different? All right, and I had to learn this from experience. So I'm trying to save you some time. Now, when you get distracted, instead of getting pulled over into the abyss, instead of getting all worked up for the next 2 days and building some sort of mental complex in your brain, what you need to do is you need to take the frustrated feelings and you need to go ahead and pour yourself into a positive direction of action. All right, and this takes discipline, because when you get distracted, what you need to be doing is taking that energy and pouring it into something positive. This will do two things for you. One, it'll make your plan go faster, whatever it is you're working on, whether it's business or athletics or community groups or whatever. You take this frustration, you start pouring it in to something that's productive, and what happens is your progress will go faster. It makes sense, right? Like you're not wasting any time. Now, when you do this, what you are doing is basically using the negative energy that people give you and turning it into positive action. And every single motherfucker I know that wins does this. Every single one. Every single one. And so realize and start to become aware of the situations when you're feeling frustrated, right? You're angry. Someone says something that upsets you that you know is not true and couldn't be further from the truth. And this is gonna happen, but what are you gonna do when that happens next time? Are you gonna get sucked over here with them and get in their wish-wash? Because those motherfuckers gonna be in the wish-wash their whole life, all right? That's not what you're here to do. Look at it, observe it, recognize it, get fucking pissed. That's okay. But what do you do with it? That's what's gonna make or break you.